Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're taking a look at some iPhones I picked up off of eBay for under $10. They each have their own faults, so we're going to be taking a look at those and trying to get these phones working and see exactly what's wrong with them and things like that. So the first iPhone here is in this envelope. It's been resealed by Australia Post. This is not how you should ship a phone. This is an iPhone 4S. Apparently it is an 8GB phone, and it was listed as parts not working and didn't really even have a description at all. I did ask the seller and he said that it has charging issues, so we'll take a look at that a bit later. So I picked this up for $10 with free shipping. So very cheap 4S. And we're going to be taking a look at what iOS version it's running and whether or not I will downgrade it to iOS 6.1.3. So trying to turn it on, the power button is broken, so I'll have to fix that off camera, but for now I'm going to go ahead and unbox the other phone I picked up. Now I picked this up, this is an iPhone 4 that was dead, and I picked this up for $1.25. Actually cost me more to post this than it did to actually buy the item itself. So this is listed as completely dead, so I was going to use this for parts, but we'll take a look at that a little bit later anyway. So plugging both of these iPhones into the iPad chargers, the 10-watt iPad chargers, to make sure they get enough juice to turn on here, you can see that the 4S is coming up with the battery flat logo, and the iPhone 4 that's apparently dead is powering up with the Apple logo. Now I waited out for this for about 2 to 3 minutes and it just stayed on the Apple logo, so I went ahead and gave up, and I'm going to go ahead and open up the phone and see if there's any noticeable damage inside, maybe water damage or something like that, or maybe it's just something simple like a battery, but the 4S is still charging over there. You can see there the Apple logo just disappeared and the phone shut off, so that's probably a good sign that there's something wrong with the battery in this phone. So pulling out my screwdrivers, we can go ahead and remove the back and take a look inside the iPhone. And looking inside this iPhone, it looks pretty rough. The battery has definitely leaked. You can see there by that yellow paste all around it. The camera is missing some sort of lens over it, so it looks odd as well. And all the tape over the shields on the logic board also looks really different compared to every other iPhone 4 I've ever been in. So I'm not sure if someone's opened this before or whatever, but we can go ahead and pop out this battery, and I'm going to put in another battery, which I think is also slightly leaking, but the battery works, so we're going to just plug it in. And I wasn't able to turn on because this one also had a broken power button, so I'll be fixing those like I said. And you can see here the phone powers on but is disabled. Now that is because the time has been set back to the 1st of January 1970. Now to fix that, you can insert a SIM card and then re-enter the passcode, but because I don't have the passcode to this iPhone, I need to reset it to remove the passcode and all the stuff on the phone. Now a problem is with iPhones is they have activation lock, and because this is an iPhone 4, the IMEI is located on the SIM card tray, so I went ahead and pulled that out and typed it into one of those websites where you can check the IMEI, and it turns out this iPhone is iCloud unlocked. Now if you need to find out as well but don't have the SIM card tray, go ahead and plug it in or turn it on and hold down the home button so it goes into recovery mode, and then when you plug it into iTunes you'll get the serial number, and then you can go ahead and look up the phone itself and see the size, capacity and things like that. But you can see there, Find My iPhone is off, so I went ahead and restored with iOS 7.1.2 and went ahead and set up the iPhone. Now this doesn't have working Wi-Fi, that is because the screw for the Wi-Fi antenna is missing, but plugging it into iTunes I was able to set up the iPhone itself and get into the phone. I put a SIM card in this and it has working call sound, and all functions of this phone work besides the cracked screen and back of course, and the power button. I will be changing the power button and probably the back as well, but I'll probably just leave the cracked screen here, and I'll probably end up just selling this phone as is. Alright, so we're going to be taking a look at the 4S here, which is still coming up with the battery flat symbol. It doesn't seem to be charging, so we're going to go ahead and remove the back as well, which does have a handline crack in it. Now looking inside, this phone has never been opened, and you can always tell by how clean they are inside, and usually that's how I leave them, but most cases you can tell when people have been inside of the phone. Now, there did seem to be a little bit of water damage there, which was stopping the screw from coming out. I had a bit of a hard time trying to get that screw out, but once it was removed, I was able to access the dock connector, and we're gonna go ahead and replace that with a brand new one. So I've got a heap of brand new parts and also some used parts in a heap of things I got on eBay, really cheap actually, and it's really paid off getting them. So if you want to get, if you're fixing a lot of phones, maybe get a heap of parts that someone's gone out of business or whatever, because you can put together a heap of phones and fix a heap of phones without actually having to wait for the parts you need when you need them on eBay. So of course, I had to change the dock connector here, so it's quite an easy process. You just got to remove the dock connector and then just transfer the little rubber gasket for the microphone, and then it just all sort of goes back in just how it came out, and you can screw it in and you're good to go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the back on, and we go ahead and plug the phone into the charger, and the phone immediately powered on here, as you can see. So we're going to go ahead and wait for this to power on and see what version of iOS this is running, see if it's iCloud unlocked. And from that background, that's definitely a version of iOS 8. You can also tell by the red music icon. If I go into settings, general, and about, you can see that it's a 16 gigabyte, not an 8 gigabyte, and it's running iOS 8.1.2. The third phone we're taking a look at here, I picked up off of eBay. You can see it's got a cracked screen and a cracked back, but this is also running iOS 7.1.2, but is getting an activation error, and I picked this up for $1.25 as well. Yet again, more in postage than I paid for the phone. Now this actually cost me just over 10 bucks, but either way, extremely cheap phone. So we're going to be taking a look at this error itself. So if I go ahead and go to the activation screen, this has no SIM card in it at the moment. Usually it'll say you need a SIM card, but as you can see, it says the activation request could not be completed. Press the home button to try again. And when you press the home button, this little box comes up, which just says emergency call, and obviously start again. So what I went ahead and did was insert a SIM card. This is not a valid SIM card, this is one that's expired. And then I've gone ahead and pressed the home button, click start over, and then go through the setup again. And we're back here at the activation screen, and you'll get an error again, and then it was searching up the top. So I thought, you know, what the hell, I'll try it one more time. And the third time was a little bit different, so if I start over again, follow the same steps we just did, you can see it jumps straight to location services, and then you can continue setting up. So I didn't actually expect this to work, but I was just messing around with it because, well, you couldn't really do a whole lot at the activation screen. And after that, the phone's set up and also works fully. Call sound, everything like that works as well. This is a 8 gigabyte iPhone 4 running iOS 7.1.2. As you can see there, comes up with only 6 gigs available, so it's an 8 gig iPhone 4. So 3 phones that were apparently not working are now working. There's still a few things on them that need fixing up, such as the power button. But either way, these phones are now functional more than what they were. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos just like this, go ahead and check out the iPhone playlist. And if you're not already subscribed, go and hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys next time. Another one of my great videos.